Welcome back to Filled the Gap, another episode. I'm Mish.
And I'm Mel.
This week we have another special guest. Mel, tell me who we've got today.
We do. It's my great honour, and we have spoken about her a couple of times on previous episodes, but would like to welcome my mum, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, guys.
Welcome, welcome.
Very exciting to have you on our podcast today.
Yes. So before we get started, just give us a quick brief down of a little bit about you.
I'm obviously Mel's mum. I was a dental hygienist for over 40 years and I'm retired now.
Yay.
Wow.
I'm now a professional nana.
Excellent.
And it's wonderful.
That is
Yes.
great.
Look forward to being retired.
I know. Oh, the
You're
days.
closer than I am.
Yeah, thanks, man. We'll see. All right, well, let's get started with the first thing we like to do with our special guests, and that is our fire round questions.
Yes, can't wait. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, okay, go.
This might be a long-winded one. What is your favourite memory of Mel?
Memory? I think the most emotional one was the first time she got on stage and did a solo.
Aww.
Wasn't singing then.
She's not known for singing in our family at all. Neither am I, and neither's Violet. So, yes, I think her first Butterfly, Graceful Girl. Yeah.
Aww, that's nice.
awesome.
All right, mine is, which I'll ask everyone because I just want to know, polka dots or stripes?
Polka dots, absolutely.
Yes.
Did I say stripes?
You did, and you were
Yeah,
wearing
I think
stripes.
I'm the only one that said that.
I think you are, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, there you go. We'll find someone that's like me. All right. My next one is, what has been your favourite job? Now, if you've said you've been a hygienist for 40 years, have you always done that?
Well, I was a dental nurse before, and before that I was a swimming instructor.
Oh, fun. Which did you prefer?
Swimming instructing was good, but you always smelt like chlorine.
Yeah, true. That's a good
So, no, dental hygiene, definitely.
And how does that differ? There's just a quick on the back question from that. How does that differ from your childhood dream?
My childhood dream was to be a kindergarten teacher. So I guess it's pretty different.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I was still educating though.
Yeah, exactly. Teaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
How
go.
to clean their teeth properly.
Yeah. Well, we all need that.
Favourite place do you have travelled, or what place do you want to go to?
I think at the moment my favourite place would be Norway because it was
Wow.
just spectacular.
Yeah.
It was absolutely amazing. Where do I want to go? I don't know. I've done a lot. I'm
Yeah.
very lucky that I have travelled a lot, and I don't think there's really anywhere I'm really busting to go. Maybe Broome.
Yeah, let's go together. I'd like to go to Broome.
Broome.
Yeah, WA.
But
I was like, in Australia, Broome. Out of all the places, you want to go to Broome?
I've been lots of places, and I do not wish to go to a third world country like India. It doesn't interest me at all. China.
Not even the Taj Mahal? No?
Is that in India?
Yeah, it is.
just such a geography.
Everybody that goes to India gets sick. I don't know anyone that's been there that hasn't got sick. So
Is Bali and Thailand not considered third world?
I suppose they are
Bali,
third
yeah.
world,
Yeah.
but they have nicer sides too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, wow. You can ask the last
All right,
one.
so our last one is what we ask everyone, which it's probably, it'll be all right for you. If you were to end up in jail, who would be next to you, Mel or Mish, and why?
Well, I'd probably say my son because he's had plenty of experience there, but no, Mel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone,
Why? What have we
someone to protect me.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have we done? Why are we in jail? What would have we done? Robbed a liquor store?
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have been the driver.
Driver, yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
All right, now we're going to talk about something a bit spooky. Yes. We're going to get down and find out if there's anything that has happened to anyone's fears or spooky stories, I guess. So visits from the afterlife or Whoa.
Whoa.
We need to insert like a do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
Oh, we have one of them.
Do we?
Is it blue? There you go.
How did
Guess
you
that
know?
one.
Yeah, all right. Liz, has anything unusual ever happened to you?
Yes. Well, I guess in the way of spooky stories, when I was working as a hygienist quite a few years ago now,
Is this going to scare me?
I don't think
Right,
so.
cool. I'll
No,
sleep-
because
I'll
you're
sleep
like
well
a boot
tonight.
R person. It's not a, yeah.
Awesome.
We had a patient who was a male, 16 years old, who'd run off the rails a little bit and definitely did not like having braces on his teeth. I was working for an orthodontist. And unfortunately, he committed suicide and his mother found him hanging in the shed, which was horrible for her. And then came into us at work and asked if one of the hygienists could go and take his bands off before the viewing of his funeral, before his funeral. And the other hygienist I was working with had just found out her mother had breast cancer. And so I went and did it. So I went to the funeral parlour.
How old were you at this time? Sorry.
How long ago was it? You would have been little. You would have been about, your father had left. So you were probably about 4 or 5.
Yeah, okay. So
Wow.
about 31 years ago, if everyone that's counting at
That's
home.
quick maths. Oh, no, it's not. 36. Never mind.
So I went to the funeral parlour and took a pair of heavy wire cutters with me and some bracket removers. And the lady from the funeral parlour stayed with me. And I pushed his lips back. And when you're dead, your lips just stay there. They don't spring back because rigor mortis has set in. So you'd push his lips back and they would stay there. So I took the bands off, cleaned his teeth up as best as I could, pushed his lips back to try and make it look okay. And then I went back to work. And that night, in the middle of the night, he came to me and stood. I woke up in the middle of the night and he was standing by my bedside and he just said, "Thank you." And he left. And that was it. And it was bizarre. I could not go back to sleep, obviously. But, it was really, really weird. But his sisters and his mother were so appreciative to me doing that for him that they came into work the next day with this humongous bunch of flowers.
Oh, that's nice.
Really nice.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, hang on a sec. Wait for it.
Are you trying to make us not cry?
Yeah.
That's probably my biggest spooky story, although I have...
Wait, hang on. Before you go on to the next one, how did you feel when you woke up and saw this person over you?
I was just like, am I really seeing that?
Yeah.
And it was him? Like you knew his face?
I knew it was him. He was quite tall. It was him standing there, just looking down at me on the bed.
Wow.
And he just said, "Thank you." And then he went.
What did Kevin say?
Oh, no, Kevin wasn't there. I was in the bed by myself.
So even worse. Did you come in and sleep with me that night or?
I got up and checked on the kids and made sure they were okay.
Yeah.
And then I went back to bed.
Wow.
Wow, that is crazy. But have you got another one?
Yeah. At the used to be an orphanage at Goodwood, and it's been converted into a place for meetings and stuff. And we had a hygiene meeting there, and I went to this hygiene meeting, and I just had a really bad feeling. And I kept seeing out of the corner of my eye small children running around, and I got halfway through the meeting, and I had to get up and leave because I could not handle the fact I was feeling these children running around and asking for help. I couldn't handle it, so I left that meeting early.
Did people ask why? Like, why are you leaving?
My mind was just like,
I know.
I said to them, I have to go because there's too many children running around here. And they just kind of looked at me and said, I can feel it and I can't handle it.
Did you know at that point that it was an old orphanage?
Did know. Yeah, I did.
Did
know.
everyone know?
Yeah, everyone knew. Yeah, it's still called the Goodwood Orphanage, I think. But it's for meetings and stuff. Yeah.
That makes me think of when they do the ghost tours at the jail.
Yeah.
I could never do that.
Yeah, well, I think you got another story for that.
gosh.
But before we get to there, do you always think you've known you've had sixth sense or whatever they call it? Like, have you had any things when you were a kid or?
Not really as a kid, but as an adult, a few things have kind of come to me. And I did have a reading once. And you were there too, didn't you have one? We went to
Debbie?
see that. Yeah, yeah. And a few other things she said to me was like, my father had sent me a message, you know, through the reading, and I thought, yeah, that was Dad. Yeah. It was bizarre.
I have a sixth sense.
Do you?
Yep. I always have a dream. Mine are always generally in dreams. I've dreamt that my sisters have been pregnant before they tell me, and then they tell me like shortly after that.
Yeah.
I was driving to one morning when I was going to uni back in the day. There had been a woman that was here on the tracks at Noarlunga, so I couldn't go to the train station at Noarlunga, so I had to drive to Marion and go to Oaklands Park. And then I was getting to the end of the expressway. Music wasn't really loud in my car, and then all of a sudden I just felt, you're going to have a car accident. And so I slowed down a little bit, but I looked right ahead of me and cars had backed up and I smashed right into the back of someone.
Wow.
Yeah. And I've also been driving on don't know what it is about the expressway, but I've been driving on the expressway and I was in the fast lane at nighttime and I just felt you need to get into the left lane, something's about to happen. And so I went into the left lane and went to accelerate and I couldn't because it had my fuel tank had been disconnected from my acceleration. So then I had to slow over and pull over.
Pull over to the emergency lane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've obviously had these things that have happened. What about your mum? Has she had any experiences or anything?
No. No.
So
She's not a believer.
Yeah.
She wasn't a big believer? No. I remember seeing once in old photos and I can't remember what the photo was. I want to say a car, but it could have been a racehorse, I don't know, something. And there was like a shadow of a person, like a ghost kind of in the photo, and everyone said that person was not there. I don't know where the photo is now. It's obviously long gone. But that's all I remember from that. I don't remember much.
I told Mum once I had a memory as a kid of them moving out of the house they had at Morphettvale, and I wasn't born yet. I was in Mum's tummy. But I have such a distinct memory of everyone packing and dragging mattresses out the hallway out of the house, and I wasn't alive.
And you weren't even there?
Yeah.
Photos or anything?
Maybe.
Nothing? Yeah.
But I don't remember seeing photos, but it was just something that, I've always remembered.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have much spooky stories. The only thing that's happened probably more recent than not is Ben's grandma passed away and we inherited this little stand of a clock, and he always – this is his story. So he always had the clock on like the mantelpiece or something at his grandma's house and would always know what time his mum would come to pick him up and that kind of thing. So we got this clock as, you know, that's what Ben wanted. And we have it in our lounge room, and it stopped working all of a sudden, just completely randomly. I think it was like 8 minutes to 2 or something random. And then we were like, oh, the clock stopped. Okay. And then it wasn't until a couple of family catch-ups later, Ben thought to ask, oh, what time did Nana die? And it was that time, exactly when the clock stopped.
Wow.
And I was like, this needs to go. It's still in our lounge room, but that's just, I don't know, coincidence or not. It's just,
that is spooky.
yeah, it is. So back to the jail thing though, when you said that we walk through, you know, you can do the tours through Adelaide Jail.
Have you done one?
I think Grumpy.
Yeah, we've done one. Yeah, that was Port Arthur.
Yeah.
Port Arthur in Tasmania. Yeah, we did the nighttime ghost tour at Port Arthur.
I would not do it at night
And
time.
and I kept seeing this vision of a little girl in a white dress. And I said,
Why are yours kids?
I don't know. I said,
teacher.
Yeah, maybe.
to the tour guide, I think I keep seeing a little girl in a white dress. And he just looked at me and said, yeah, she's always around. She's always around. And my husband, Kevin, never, ever believed in ghosts. Never. He just didn't.
Yeah.
And in this ghost tour, we went into the rectory, and everyone was in this room and they were talking about, you know, the room and everything else. And I just had a really, really bad feeling. And I just said to Kevin, I have to get out of here. So I was the first one out the door, gone out into the paddock. And Kevin was just hanging around, and he was the last one to walk out the door, and he got halfway through the door and the door slammed and hit him in the back. And there was no one else in the room, and he came out and he was white. And I said, what happened? He goes, the door just hit me in the back. There was no one behind it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Now do you believe? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had this. We went on girls' trip.
Yes, we did.
And was it the second? We went for a weekend, and where we stayed was up in the hill, like Harndorf area. And the owner gave us a rundown of the place, that it used to be a
Spiritual land or something.
Yeah, where pregnant women would come and birth their kids in the
Waterhole.
in the dam down at the bottom.
Yeah.
And we, the second night, I was staying in a room on my own. You were with Taylor.
Yeah.
And I woke up in the middle of the night and there was a girl standing at the end of my bed. Long dark hair. I can't remember what she was wearing, but I didn't feel like, I scare really easy, and I didn't feel scared. I just felt, that's
happened.
That's happened. I told Taylor and we left the next day.
We
'cause she
did.
didn't
We
wanna
left
stay.
early. Yeah, Taylor was scared too,
yeah.
and I was like, "Nah, let's see her again."
Yeah, it's just interesting how it just happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is, and that you've seen so many things, and like you said, Nanny wasn't a believer,
Yeah,
and
you can't not believe after all of that.
I believe, but I've never seen, maybe touch wood.
You never know.
Yeah,
I'll come here around tonight.
yeah,
I think my nana, mum's mum, was more of a believer than
Yeah.
what mum ever was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow. One of mine is, so I'm scared of absolutely anything. I can't play hide and seek. I think we've spoken about this already on the podcast. I just, cannot be scared. And it's because my brother, when I was younger, showed me this video, and you've probably seen it. There's this car, beautiful car, just going down the hill, windy road, and then all of a sudden this crazy person just jumps out at you and just screams at you. And ever since that moment, I didn't sleep on my own. I couldn't be left alone. I was just always scared.
oh, good one, Joel.
Yes. And I always would crawl at night time. Once mum and dad went to bed, crawl to my sister's bedroom and stay with her. It was just the worst experience. Yeah. So I just scare so easy. And we just in school, we got showed a scary movie out of like a lesson as what would you do in this situation. I don't think it was an intentionally scary movie, but I was terrified by it, and Mum had to write a note to the school because she was like, I couldn't watch this ever again.
Wow,
Yeah. So I just scare really easy.
you do. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
not
I
fun.
note to self, I won't scare you.
Oh, no, you cannot. I will not be friends with you.
Do you?
If someone jumps out and scares me.
If someone does though, are you a close your eyes, go full to the floor, or are you a pew, and punch someone in
No,
the
I
face?
don't punch. Yeah, I will fall to the floor and cry.
Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or pee my pants. Yeah, one or the other.
I'm a punch people in the face,
Yeah.
so don't
I
scare
wish
me
it
because
was
I will
like
punch you in the
that.
face.
I wish I was like that, because then I at least have something going for me with the being scared. But no, I did not sleep on my own until I was about 15, 16. Wow. And that was because I slept with a sleeping mask on in a pitch black room, because if I didn't have a mask on, I'd make objects in my room appear and they weren't there. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow.
No one jump out right now.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh.
Yeah, send through your scary stories if you have any. It'd be
Please
great
do.
to hear them. I might avoid them, but we'll see.
Oh, I'll check them out. Absolutely.
Next up, we're going to talk about some family holidays we've been on, fun family holidays, memories, something maybe if you did it consistently with the kids. Yeah. What was your most memorable holiday with the kids growing up?
Taking them to Disneyland was pretty special.
Yeah.
They
Is that where
they
your obsession
loved
started?
that.
I think so, yeah.
And it was Halloween, so
Yeah, wow.
there was pumpkins everywhere, and everyone was dressed up in Halloween costumes, and it was a pretty special time. It was really, really good. That would be the best memory. The worst memory was probably when we were in Bali and Mel slipped over at Waterbomb Park and split her head open. And she had braided hair at the time, so they just cut off a braid and stitched up her head.
A whole braid.
Yeah. Literally snip line.
And they used a reusable local anaesthetic syringe, and I was having a heart attack because I did not know if it was sterile or not. I was having a meltdown, and poor Kevin was trying to calm me down and calm Mel down, and She had 4 stitches in her head.
Yes.
Still got a little bit of scar you can see sometimes.
Yeah.
Lucky I got lots of hair.
Lucky it grew back.
Yeah. I reckon I was about, what, 9?
Yeah, you would have been 9.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were going to charge us $25 a suture to remove the stitches in your head.
Wasn't that US as well?
Yeah, $25 US. And I said, no, forget it. So I got some vodka and I put my nail scissors in it and I took her stitches out myself.
So
I used to do that
did
at work,
you-
though, so, you know, it was something I usually did.
So that's the story I've heard, but I want to know, did you do with the vodka too?
I did.
Okay.
No, I had to make sure I got the stitches out properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair call.
Yes, I remember that quite vividly. I remember falling over and it was raining and it, me being me, fell over near a sign that said, do not run when raining, when wet, slippery.
Hit the corner of a concrete
Yeah.
step.
And I was trying to catch up to my brother, and Waterbomb Park has changed. I've been back since, and it has changed a lot. I think
Safer now?
I don't know if it's safer. I think I know where it was. So we had a girls' trip in Bali last year, actually, and I think I found the spot where I'd slipped over.
Oh, my goodness.
But I'm not 100% sure because
Oh, wow.
the deli that was there was not there, but I still very much remember that. And I remember as well that I couldn't go swimming in the pool after that. And I was a week, yep.
Oh.
And I was playing with my brother. I would like push him in at the side, like he was staying on the side of the pool and I'd push him in. And then once his reflexes just went and grabbed me and pulled me in too. And I was like, oh, mum's going to kill you. Like, you got me wet. Mum's going to kill you.
Oh, my goodness.
What have you got? We weren't very big campers. Mum and I
no.
both hate camping.
Don't like camping. Why stay somewhere worse than what you've got at home?
Yeah.
Go
I've
somewhere
camped more
better.
now than when I was a kid. We always went to a timeshare that mum and dad have in Kyneton, Victoria. So it was just like a cabin. There was kayaking, games for kids, racquetball.
Do they still have it? Or
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
So
Where are we going?
Yeah, we went there often as kids. My memorable holiday was in 2009 we did Germany, England, America. So it was lots of fun. It was over a while. We were allowed to get out of school in order to go on the basis that we put together like a little journal of the holiday to come back.
Yep.
But we
Wait, do you still have yours? Because you have a lot of things that
Yeah, I've
you've
still
kept.
got it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, good.
we were leaving England, going to America, and my brother got chicken pox.
Oh, no.
One, chicken pox.
Chicken pox? Is that what it's called?
Infected Abby and I had it the worst. It was in my mouth,
Oh,
in
that's
my ears.
horrible.
It was
No, that's
everywhere.
terrible.
In America.
It's just so we were about to get on the plane.
Oh, no.
So mum had to wrap us up in like a wrap. And so, we were on the plane and then mum, Abby and I would go to the bathroom all together. We would then scream, start scratching. She'd put cream all over us. And then we had to compose ourselves to go back out there because you're not allowed caught on planes with infectious diseases.
No.
So, sorry, world. But it was real memorable. But we got to America and then our baggage got lost. So then we had to find clothes that were not scratchy, and I wasn't able to do a lot of things because I had it the worst. But it was still a great holiday.
Yeah. Wow, what a memory though.
Yeah, I can't believe Joel just got one.
Yeah.
There's always one.
And was that with all your siblings or?
No, we didn't really have holidays with all of my siblings. Not that I can remember, because obviously mum and dad would be paying for 5 kids.
And a big age gap between you and Tracy.
Yeah. So most of the holidays I remember it was just me and then my sister and my brother.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Oh, I have lots of memories from holidays, but one that actually wasn't a holiday is just a family story, and this is about Violet. And we told her again the other day. She was like, "What? I did what?" And I was like, "Yeah, this was you, man." So we were family picnic Blair National Park, and if you know Blair National Park, they've got beautiful areas to, obviously sit and drink and picnic, and they have a kids' playground. So this was probably mid-COVID. So it was middle of COVID, everyone's in masks, everyone's sanitizing, everyone's panicking. And there's my daughter that goes like this. Now this is a visual. She goes and licks her palms to get on the monkey bars to have more grip.
Oh my gosh.
And before I could say, what? I was like, it's too late. And I looked over at Ben and we were like, what the hell just happened?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So she's just licking her palms and she's like, what? It's grippy.
That's hilarious.
Like, Violet, you can't do that. Like, it's COVID.
Oh, was she sick after it?
No.
That's good.
She was
Good
fine.
immune system.
Good immune system, yeah. But
Wow.
it was, yeah, definitely a memorable
Yeah. Oh my
moment.
goodness.
Mel and I had a interesting holiday in Japan with my mother.
We did.
That was interesting. Mum
Yes.
had always wanted to see cherry blossom, and Dad was going to take her, but then he got sick and passed away. So, because Mel had 11 years experience Japanese at school, and I decided the three of us should go.
So let's just elaborate on 11 years experience. Reception to year 11. Like,
Yeah.
year 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 weren't very like memorable for Japanese.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, but we went. It was fun.
It was good. We
It
had a
was
good
I had my 19th birthday.
Your 19th birthday at
Wow.
Disney.
Disneyland
It was
Tokyo.
yeah.
So you have been to Disneyland
Yeah.
in Japan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tokyo I have.
Tokyo,
Yeah.
yeah.
I know I knew that.
It was Singapore and Hong Kong.
That's right. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Wow.
Yes. So that
Wow.
was fun. And then we were teaching. How old was Nanny at that time?
Oh,
70 something, wasn't she?
yeah. 17.
Yeah, I was teaching her how to make paper cranes
Oh,
for Hiroshima.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Strung up a whole lot of paper cranes.
And hung
Hiroshima.
them. Yeah, it was
good.
beautiful.
It was nice.
It was good.
That's a good memory.
It is. The other memory I have from that holiday is obviously being 6 foot tall, and I had really long hair. It was like down
Oh,
here
and everyone wanted a photo with you.
because it was bleach blonde.
Blonde. Yeah.
And I was tall, blonde, blue eyes, long hair, and they didn't even want a photo. They were taking photos.
Yeah. Wow.
And they were like coming up and going like touching me behind.
That's so bizarre.
And I said to them, I was like, if one person touches me again, I'm going to
Yeah.
lose it.
You need a T-shirt or something
Yeah,
to say,
do
"Do
not
not
touch
touch me." Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be a bit different now since it's more of a tourist destination and there's a lot
Yeah,
of
that's
tourists
true.
that go. But
Yeah. Yeah, you did stand out in the crowd. And Mel was getting quite angry and said, oh, look, just take a photo. And I said, they are.
Yeah. Oh no, it was
Wow.
funny. All right, so Mish, I want to know, what is the highest amount you have won on Cross Lotto or a scratchy ticket or something like that?
I've won $700 on the pokies.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was the major. It popped down. I think I was doing $1 bets, and it was my lucky night. Yeah.
Nice. And what did you spend it on? Do you remember?
I cannot
Drinks that
remember.
night, no?
No, I do think I did buy some drinks that night, and I think I split it with the person I was playing with. But yeah, I can't recall anything in particular.
Anything special?
No.
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 I reckon I've run about $100 like that.
Really?
That's the most
Yeah.
I've won, I reckon. But I haven't obviously bought anything major, reinvested as
Yeah.
you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Mum, what about you? What's your story?
My story is when I was working as a dental hygienist in my very early years, when I was still married to Mel's father, I didn't have any money to buy lunch. I had $1. And so I went and bought $1 scratchy because I thought, well, I could win $2 or $4 and actually be able to afford to buy some lunch.
Yeah.
And I scratched it and I won $10,000.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That one time that
Yeah.
never happened.
I wasn't hungry after that.
What the heck?
No.
I went back to work and told my boss and he wouldn't let me have the afternoon.
Did you just have to like double check it? 'Cause I double check them all the time.
Especially because they're like hundreds, thousands,
Yeah, and
10,000s.
you're like, oh yeah, I've done it.
Yeah,
Oh no.
no.
It was 3 sevens across the middle of the
Oh my goodness,
scratchy.
Liz.
Yeah, and then I went back to work, and in those days you had to go into town to the Lotteries Commission to collect your
Yeah.
I think you still have to over a certain amount.
You do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my boss wouldn't let me have the afternoon off to go into town, so I had to go in the next day. But I tried calling my now ex-husband, and he wasn't at work, but I knew where he would be. So I rang the tavern in Grenfell Street, the Grenfell Tavern, and I knew he would be in there.
Yeah.
And the barman got him on the phone for me.
Yeah, wow.
Typical. So what, did he buy more drinks or?
Probably, I don't know.
Wow, that is
So,
crazy.
Yeah.
And we had 2 mortgages at the time. Back in the day, you could have 2 mortgages. I don't know if you can now.
Yeah.
If you just
Well,
have to
I've
be
got 2
rich.
mortgages, so I've got mortgages of what, 50,000? Like,
We paid off the second mortgage and bought some furniture.
Wow.
so you paid off your second mortgage
With
and
$10,000?
bought furniture with $10,000. That's what it used to be. How ridiculous.
Back in the day.
Now you maybe buy furniture with that.
Oh my
You
god,
might buy a dining suite or something.
that is crazy. Wow.
No,
But isn't that awesome how you needed lunch and then like
And then I wasn't hungry.
but you weren't hungry. You still didn't eat.
And the lady that sold me the ticket, I took her a magnum of champagne.
oh,
And my boss, because he gave me the next morning off,
how
gave him a
thoughtful
bottle of
is
scotch.
that's so lovely.
Yeah,
That's nice.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
it was cool.
10,000 could go a long way these days. I mean, we obviously went a long way then too. Yeah.
Put it straight on a flight first class.
Would you?
somewhere. Yep.
Yeah, put it in honeymoon
In
fun.
this day and age, you wouldn't get very far first class for 10 grand, Mish.
So speaking of winning things and things like that, you were on Wheel of Fortune.
A long time ago, yes.
So apart from my amazing ring that I now get, thank you very much for that. Everyone's seen my ring. Thanks, Mum. She won that on Wheel of Fortune. Tell us the story. Tell us about it.
Well, it was before children. And Simon and I both decided to have a go at getting on Wheel of Fortune. And we got on because it was being recorded in Adelaide at the time with Glenn Burgess.
Yes, for the people that
Okay,
don't know.
People that don't know, it's a great big wheel with money denominations written on it, and you lean over and you have to spin it, and it's really heavy to push. And then you have to pick letters from the alphabet to fill out blanks in a phrase or a saying or the name of something or something like
I
that.
vaguely remember seeing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it was just first time on TV, and I won a couple of things.
did you win, apart from the ring?
Well, of course, I took the diamond ring when that came up. I won a set of Sheridan sheets.
Wow.
They were big back then, sheets, and a set of saucepans.
And do you have the sheets of the saucepans?
No, not anymore. They've got. That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You're very lucky, Liz.
She,
Wow.
put her name in a raffle, she will win.
I don't always.
You
win.
always-
I don't.
Ask Judy, Mum's best friend Judy. Her and I
Yeah.
always say, Mum will always win.
Wow.
When we were in Cairns a couple of weeks ago, we went to the casino. I didn't even know there was a casino in Cairns, and we have like $10 each. That's it. That's our limit. That's as much as I'm willing to donate. Well, Kevin lost his $10, and with my $10, I managed to walk out of there with $250. So that was pretty good. I didn't get the major. I got the minor prize. But,
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
See, she always wins.
So then we went to this amazing
Should we
seafood
go to
for
casino?
dinner.
Yeah. Let's go. Back on the Wheel of Fortune story, I do have a question. Now, I don't know whether it was my dad, Simon, or whether for some reason I've dreamt this, but was it the episode that said, "Can I have an S for Robert?"
That was Simon.
It was him. Yeah. So you usually say, like, "Can I have a P for Peter or an M for Mary?"
S for Robert.
Yeah, Simon said, "Can I have an S for Robert?" I'm like, that doesn't make sense.
And wasn't he like, "Do you want an S or an R?" Like, where are you going? So that's where my smarts is from.
Yeah.
Wow, that's hilarious.
So we have spoken a lot about travel.
Yes.
Places, tell us everywhere you've been. Or is it easy to tell us places you haven't been?
I don't know. Well, we've been to North America, been to Canada, we've been to Mexico, we've been pretty much all the way around Australia, been to all the capital cities in
Just not
Australia.
Broome.
Just not. Well, that's why we went to Cairns, because I hadn't been North Queensland or North Western Australia. 2 trips to Tassie. Been to Bali several times. Been to Vietnam, did some volunteer work there. That was interesting.
For hygiene?
Hygiene work there in a dental clinic. Been to Japan, been to Malaysia, been to Borneo, been to lots of Thailand, and also then we went to been to the UK a few times. Spent 6 weeks driving around Scotland.
Wow.
That was amazing.
I love Scotland.
Scotland, beautiful. Did both sides of the Mediterranean on cruises. Spent a lot of time in Prague, Venice,
Look at you go.
and then did Germany and the Baltics and Norway. So yeah, I've done a lot. I'm
You've
very
lived your best
lucky. I've
life,
done it.
Liz.
Yeah.
I've done a
Wow.
lot. Yeah, I have done a lot.
Yeah.
What would you say your claim to fame is?
I always say my claim to fame is when I was 15 years old. I used to train swimming, and at 15, I was South Australia's fastest breaststroker.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This has been wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
I
amazing.
trained a lot. And then after I did year 12, I started doing synchronised swimming, which
That's
people
awesome.
bag on TV, but it is
I love
so
it.
hard
It's so
to
good.
do.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is so hard to do. So my friend Wendy and I used to travel out to North Adelaide Aquatic Centre because that was the only
Yeah.
place in Adelaide that had a pool deep
Yeah.
enough to do it. It was just before I had David. We went in the national championships and we won a gold medal for our duo, and she beat me by half a point. She got gold and I got silver in our solos.
Do you still have your medals?
Yeah, at home. Yeah.
This is awesome.
Should have bought them on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
And didn't you there's a story you told that you used to swim out the Brighton Jetty or something.
Oh yeah. When I was training all those years ago, when I was 15, 50 years ago, girls weren't in the lifesaving club at all. It was all boys were always the lifesavers. And because some of the guys at training were from the Brighton Surf Club, we used to hang around there a lot. And they used to do a training run where you would run up the Brighton Jetty, jump off the end, and then swim back in. And you'd do so many laps and see who would come first or second or whatever. So we used to do that with them.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun.
It
Yeah.
was good fun. It was good fun.
I've learnt so much, Liz.
I know.
What a full episode.
Massive episode. And we didn't even get to like dental hygiene tips.
No.
Can you just rattle some off now for our listeners? What are some good dental hygiene tips?
I think the most important thing for everybody on the planet to use is an electric toothbrush, and it needs to be an Oral-B one because anything else is a waste of space. The new IO ones are specifically designed with a magnetic head, so they don't vibrate as much as the old ones do, and they are absolutely brilliant.
I've had one and it feels like a jackhammer.
Yeah, with the new
My
IO
nose
ones
always gets
don't.
itchy.
And actually, I don't know when this is going to air, but Chemist Warehouse do have them on special for $99 at the moment. So that's pretty good. Yeah, they are very, very good. And of course, flossing.
Yes.
Flossing is good.
Flossing is a good one.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for
Yeah,
coming
this
on
is awesome.
today.
I learnt so much.
It's been a lot of fun.
It has. Yes. Excellent. And next week is a very special episode. So we have something a little bit different next week. So please tune in as well for that one.
Yeah, thanks for listening, everyone. Ciao, ciao, bitches.
Make good choices.
Keep flossing.